welcome. This is our podcast, Welcome to Livingston. My name is Angela Putkela.
And I'm Don Putkela.
And we are with the Putkela Group, Real Estate Professionals. And today's episode is a cause that's near and dear to my own heart, as I'm on the board of directors for the Livingston County Spartans. And Ron Long has taken some time to join us here today. We really appreciate having you, Ron. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, Don, for the opportunity. Much appreciated. Near and dear to my heart as well.
Yes.
Yes. And as we're all Sparties and so forth, but it's nice in terms of within the county, we have this great resource. So I'm excited today to talk to you about it and to tell everybody, all of our listeners, because you're the president and you've been part of the group for
I've been part of the group for probably 10 or 11 years now. Yep, been president of the organization for probably the last 5 or 6 years.
Wonderful. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Livingston County Spartans are and maybe a little bit about what we do.
Yeah, Livingston County Spartans are some of the luckiest people in the world. We get to live in this great Livingston County neighborhood. We are all things Spartan. Livingston County Spartans are MSU grads, MSU fans, and friends of MSU, all inclusive. Everybody's welcome to join our club.
Absolutely. You say go green,
Go white.
you say go white,
Yeah.
and you're part of it. So great. Well, now, how did you find out about them originally?
Well, I've been involved in a couple other alumni clubs in other places where I've lived. So I heard about it after I'd been here for in the county for a couple 3 years, and I went to a couple of meetings, liked the energy, liked everything going on with the club. And so I said, I'm going to get involved in this club as well. I was busy with work at the time. So I said, hey, I'll join at kind of a low level. Within 2 years, I think I was vice president of the club or whatever.
That's how those things work.
Yeah, one of those things. So,
Well, I think alumni associations they just serve a really great purpose to allow us to reconnect to the university. And I know MSU has a lot of these type of clubs nationwide, but we were so happy to see one here in Livingston County because, just to be able to reconnect with the university, reconnect with, like you said, like-minded people that, are all into the Spartans. It's a wonderful organization to be able to be part of.
yeah, it's a wonderful organization. It's a growing organization. We've got, I think we've got approximately 500 Gmail addresses that are active members, participants that we Gmail to. So yeah, we're always looking to add. No cost to join the club.
Yeah, so let's talk about kind of the core purpose of the group.
Yeah, core purpose of the group. We're here to promote everything Spartan, to really, link Spartans together. One of the big things we do every year is we give out $10,000 to $15,000 textbook scholarships that help Livingston County kids, graduating high school seniors that are Michigan State bound, be able to go and help defer some of that cost of going to college. It's a super rewarding thing to do.
Right. Because those textbooks can get really expensive. So to have $1,000 scholarship for that is huge. And since we're able to give away so many, it really is nice because it spans across the county. I know we've had kids from, not just Howell and Brighton, but Pinckney and Fowlerville and even some of the private schools that we've given to over the years, right?
Yeah, every year we hit all the county high schools, and you need to be a Livingston County resident, but you can attend a private high school outside the county or high school outside the county.
Yes.
The criteria is a Livingston County resident.
Yep.
Wonderful.
And attending Michigan State next year.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Same. Right. And, this year we're looking to give at least 10, maybe a dozen scholarships, and applications are available on our website right now, Livingston County Spartans. And we're looking to give, again, 10 to 12 scholarships. And you go to the website and you just go to the Get Involved section of the website, and there and you'll see how to join our organization. And there's also a section on that website that's specific to the scholarships. And the deadline this year is March 14th. So it's coming quick.
Coming up. So
it is coming up
Monday
quick.
the 14th. So we wanted to get the podcast out and, pass it along to any graduating seniors that that are going to be going to state next year, because it's definitely something where it's important for them to apply.
Yeah, and you know that $1,000 that has a bigger impact, and it's I mean I graduated, we all graduated from state some time ago, but we've talked to some of those parents where they're able to make that last for 2-3 years sometimes with so much of it being digital nowadays. So it's a really great resource.
Yeah, it's meaningful. I mean, we hear back from some of the kids on how meaningful it is. Right now, we've got some of the parents that received a scholarship in 2018 that are looking to join our board of our local
Great.
MSU
That's
Alumni
nice.
Club, Livingston County Spartans. So yeah, people appreciate it. They want to get involved.
And it's
Wonderful.
just such a great, good cause that, to be able to help these kids that are just getting started into college is really wonderful. So how do we raise the money?
Yeah, we raise the money. Our primary thing we have to raise the money is we have a Sparty Gala, but we typically get, I'd say, 110 to 130 people. We've held it at Oak Point for the last number of years. We fill up their big room there. We've had some great speakers. We've had head coaches, assistant coaches. We've had
Jalen Watts
Jackson.
Yeah,
Jalen Watts Jackson.
TJ Duckett.
Yep, TJ Duckett. They were there a couple years, well, probably 3 or 4 years now to go
Right.
together. And so again, we bring in great speakers. We usually have 2 speakers at a time. We've had all sorts, Gregory Kelser, just go down the list of lots of big names. So we're working on, hopefully the pandemic is the worst of it's behind us. So we're looking to kind of have our Sparty Gala this year. We're just starting to work on a speaker. We think we've got a line on a really, really big name speaker this year.
It's going to be exciting.
So not confirmed 100% yet, but please,
Stay tuned.
yeah, we'll be shooting out a Gmail to all of our 500 households, and please keep a lookout on the website.
Right. And then are we going to be doing the silent auction there as well this year?
Yeah, we do part of the money we how we raise is we do a silent auction. We usually have some Sparty memorabilia, local businesses, lots of Spartan fan local businesses donate things, and that's a big part of the fundraiser. The other piece is we have a number of sponsors. We usually have, I'd say, 8 to 10 or 12 sponsors.
Okay, wonderful.
That's wonderful, which, a lot of corporate sponsors with great ties to the area, really supporting local.
I know it's one of my favorite events to go to every year. I have a lot of memorabilia in the basement from a couple years that I had a few too many drinks and ended up with more than I thought, but it's really good. I love having it.
The last one we had a wine pull. That was kind of fun too.
That was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, we were just at our son's bought a new house over in Rockford, Michigan, and in their lower level, walkout lower level, he's got 3 or 4 pieces of memorabilia that we purchased from Michigan State up on the wall. So
That's
really
wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah,
really cool to see.
Yeah. So that's kind of the primary source, but certainly, we've done some of the. Again, it's been a little while because the world just stopped for 2 years, but. We went to some of the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, we do a dine to donate kind of a thing. We try
Right.
and do that once a quarter. We're looking to probably reinvigorate that, this spring, summer. Again, we'll have stuff on the website for that. We'll have a Gmail blast to everyone. Remember, you can get on our Gmail list, and we'd love to have more people on our list. It costs absolutely nothing. Just go to our website, and there's a spot there where you can go get signed up.
And I know we've had some conversations about even doing some watch parties. Way back in the past, there were some of those. And it's nice just to get together with fellow Spartans in our community and to cheer on our team.
Yeah. We also do a few, one of the other things that we do that we really enjoy is we have for those 10 to 15 scholarship recipients, we do a picnic, typically the first Sunday in August. And, where the families come out, the grandparents come out. And it's just, they're so proud. And we're fortunate because we get, I think, 100% attendance.
Yeah.
And it's not a mandatory attendance kind of thing to get the scholarship, but the kids show up for it. And we do it down in front of Oak Point there in the pavilion in front of the lake. And just a beautiful, beautiful time to honor some incoming Spartans.
Oh, yeah.
And to see how excited they are.
They get so excited. And then it's that opportunity to talk to them, and you talk to them about what dorm room they're going into, and then you find out one of them is going into a dorm room that you were in, and it's just a lot of fun conversations. And like you said, to see how excited they are.
Yeah, it really personalizes it. Because the last couple of years, I've been on the selection committee, and that's really been fascinating to me. Because I had never been involved in something like that. And I'm amazed at how not enough kids apply for these things, that here's this great resource. And, sometimes kids think, oh, geez, my grades are good, but I'm not a valedictorian. That's okay. The application is very, very thorough, and there's a lot of different things that factor in, not just the test scores or the grades, but a lot of those extracurriculars, those letters of recommendation were pretty huge. And I mean, we're going to have a kid who's graduating in another little bit before too long. And so it really made it helpful to know the types of things that we look at. And letter of recommendation can't just be by a teacher, right? There's, at least for our application, and I've heard other applications, they want a letter of recommendation from somebody outside of the school. So, what have you done with your summers for these kids? Did you have a job? What clubs have you been in? And so many different factors to it.
Yeah.
Yep. They Spartans will, and, you see these applications such, and you see all the good things these people are doing. And I was talking to a counselor last week, and it was just shocking at, you do all this hard work to get into a university, but then you don't take that extra step to go out and apply for the scholarships. So, jump there, get out there on the website, and encourage not only you and your parents to join the organization, but check out the scholarship as well.
Yeah, Don, speaking of Spartans Will, a couple other things that we do in connection with worldwide MSU Alumni Club. We have our Spartans Will Power Global Day of Service. That's Saturday, April 9th this year. We're in the process of finalizing. We volunteer to typically help a nonprofit type organization. We've done La Casa. We've helped with some of the recycling efforts.
Livingston. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're finalizing that. Again, that's Saturday, April 9th. That'll be on our website once we finalize it here shortly. And new this year, the MSU Alumni Club has a Spartan Serve Week. It's a new initiative of MSU. It's going to be September 17th to the 25th. So we're going to get involved here locally to help support that effort as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think that there's been more of a focus on serving, coming from the top down, right from the university, which is huge.
Yep. Great stuff.
Just an opportunity to give back.
Yeah, that's the nature of us Sparties.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I love it, Yep. So great. But we're always interested in people getting involved and, in terms of just hearing from more people, certainly on the board, that's always nice to have people that want to get involved on it.
Yep. And we have young and old people. I mean, we have, I've talked to people that graduated in the 50s, 60s that are involved, and then people that graduated a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's a good mix. And it's evolving more and more younger, the board is all the time.
And that's a good thing too.
Yep.
And we do have a Facebook page, so like and subscribe to that too. But I think the website is kind of the biggest thing. And I think we have some new members on the board that are going to help out with that a little bit too.
Yeah. So,
because I've been the secretary, so I've kind of gotten to be involved on the website, which is not necessarily my forte, but I love that we all help out and work together, and we've got some great people, particularly on the board, but I think in the organization as well.
I think so as well. Yeah. And we're always looking to, they've done some great events in the past and such. So, looking to be able to get more events out there and such. And I know you were going to maybe speak to a little bit about how we got involved with the...
Right. Yeah. And I think it must have been Facebook or something. And it's been a few years because our oldest was at Boy Scout camp at the time, and he's a lot older now. But I found out about the parade for the 4th of July. So the Brighton's 4th of July parade. Back in those days, Sparty would come along sometimes. He unfortunately doesn't do that now. But we were able to kind of come on in and be part of the parade. And that was really kind of exciting. And I think that's sort of what tipped off and how we found out about the group.
Yep. And then able to see people at tailgates and such after that.
Yeah. Wonderful group. I mean, Sparties are a special family and a special breed. So
right.
Great to have you guys be part of our club.
Well, I remember that at that time there was a tailgate ambulance in the parade. And then they said, I talked to them and everything. They're like, well, next time you're up at State for a game, this is where we tailgate, and this is where you're going to be able to see it, and this is the intersection we're at. And then we're up there the next fall and walk by and they're there, and you stop by and you get a burger or a hot dog, and it's camaraderie, which is wonderful.
Yep.
And we do get tickets for the group that frequently, I know at the gala, sometimes that's been part of the silent auction to try to get football tickets. So not basketball so much, but for football, right?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, one of our board members gets an extra set of really great seats, and we use it as a fundraiser to go towards scholarship. Every penny we make goes towards scholarships. We have no overhead. We have no expenses. All volunteer board. So,
which is outstanding, because some nonprofits do have a lot from the administrative side, but everybody's all volunteers.
Yep.
So.
And it's great that all goes towards the scholarships, because again, it's all about giving back.
Yep, and it's all local. All
Right.
stays right here in Livingston County.
Yeah.
All these kids, and it's funny because some have been, maybe they attend Fenton or whatnot, but because they live right there in the county, the county line is what makes the big difference.
Yep.
Yep. And I would say to those young people that had the scholarships last year, because I talked about how involved they were, when you go to state, a big part of that is getting involved while you're up there. They really bring you in as part of the university, as one of their own. And I love that aspect about it. I know we were speaking of it a second before. When I was up there, Angela was involved with the...
was the Student Alumni Foundation at the time, which I think has morphed into other things because, much like everybody, it's always growing.
Well, they started the IZone while you were there.
They did. That was kind of fun.
That would
be on the
cool.
ground floor
Yeah,
of
that would
that.
have been cool.
Yeah, and then I got to escort Sparty. So I was able to help, get them. The best game I was at the game where in basketball we beat U of M by 51 points.
I remember that game.
Magic was at the game. So he came walking down and he
claim to fame.
Yeah, he shook the hand of the person on my left, shook the hand of the person on my right, and skipped me.
Oh.
So, but
It happens sometimes.
It is, but it was so fun at that game because Sparty's not allowed to talk, but he has handlers that help him and everything. So the game's like 15 seconds from being over, and Sparty grabs my arm and he pulls me in, and I can hear him whispering, and he says, "I'm going to rush the court, make sure nobody knocks me down."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's going to help." But it was a wonderful, just great memories and a great experience.
Yeah, that would have been a cool thing to been able to do back then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, people don't necessarily always know what's available, but I feel like at the university, there's something there for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's as big of a community or as small of a community as you want to make it.
I like that. That's very, very true.
And even for some of these kids that are applying, it's fascinating because some of them are involved in, band and choir and the arts, and others are more sports minded, but they're all involved in different things. And to see these kids really be involved in their own communities and to read some of these letters of recommendation, it makes you feel so good that you're really doing something for
Yep, making a difference.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say my one piece of advice is follow the directions, whether it's, not turning something in on time, in terms of any of these scholarships, not just ours, not filling things out correctly or
Skipping items,
because unfortunately there has been, a time in the past that I'm aware of that a kid didn't get a scholarship that was right there on that edge because he didn't fill everything out.
Yeah, and extracurricular activities in high school really do make a difference whenever you're looking at those kind of scholarship
100%.
applications.
Yeah. No, listen to your counselors, listen to your parents. When they're telling you to go out there and get involved, it's for your own
huge.
good, right?
Because of these essays that some
All
of
the
these
way
kids have written themselves has been really just powerful. And as we do the selection on the selection committee, that's what was so interesting to me, is because they allow us to do numerical values. So, they assign values for all the different aspects of the application. And so that way, as they're matching, one candidate from the next head to head, to be able to see and compare and contrast.
Yep.
So that's been interesting.
Yeah, and I think that's mostly for all scholarships too.
Right.
That, following those directions and filling them out in full
Yes.
is important.
But I'm amazed that kids don't turn in the scholarships in general, because the gal from the school system that we were talking to last week said that they all wait to the last minute.
Yeah, yeah. The bank I work for, we have the same issue. You'll get 90% of your scholarships in the week before they're due.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yep.
But I guess that's part of being a kid too, right?
Yep.
There's nothing makes you more productive than the last minute.
Yeah, and we as our MSU alumni club, Livingston County Spartans. I mean, we proactively work with the folks in the school, the counselors and whatnot, to really try and make sure they know that those applicants are out there. All the kids know that they're out there. So they help us create awareness.
Makes a difference.
And you can go to our website and get an application as well, right on the website.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. And
Livingston,
that website,
Livingston County Spartans.
Yep. That website's the first place to go to figure out how to get involved.
Yep.
See some of the things that are going on and such. It's where the gala is going to be once we everything gets finalized and such. So that'll be good as well.
Yeah, but it's a great group. So we invite anybody that isn't aware of it, pass the word along and come get involved.
Yep. Don't need to be a graduate. Don't need to have ever attended MSU. I mean, if MSU is in your heart, we'd love to have you be part of our distribution list.
Oh yes, no, and I mean, there's so many people that they weren't a Spartan till their kids went to state, and then they become devout,
or even people that are just fans.
Just fans, 100%. Spartans at heart. Yep. That
makes a difference. That it's kind of very, again, like-minded and coming from a place of service. It's nice that the university is focused in on that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And if you haven't been up to campus, they're doing some amazing things up there. I mean, it is just growing every time I go there. It's wonderful. Yeah. So I guess, is there anything else you wanted to add about Livingston County Spartans?
No, I can't think of you. You guys have been great to speak with on it. I would say we'd welcome more and more people to get involved. Become members of Livingston County Spartans, no cost. Only good things happen with it. And thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, this is good. And with each show, any of our guests, one of the things I love to ask is, what do you like best about Livingston? You live in Livingston County. You're part of Livingston County. What do you like best about Livingston in general?
I think it's the vibe of being, you got everything here in the county you really need. You've got, it's beautiful. So it's a beautiful, and it's the vibe.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
I could definitely see that for sure.
Yep. No, I find that, with us being in real estate, people that move out here, when they move out here, they don't realize how much is here till they live here. And I've talked to so many people that was like, oh, I hardly ever pass 23 anymore because everything is right here. And I mean, from the downtowns to the restaurants, to the people, to the parks, it has a really good vibe.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, really makes it nice. So in terms of covering the website again, the website.
Livingston County Spartans. Google Livingston County Spartans and you're right there.
All right. Well,
great.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to speak with you about the Spartans, and go green.
Go white. Thanks again for the opportunity.
Thank
Great,
you.
thanks. Welcome to Livingston.